It's been almost a year since episode 1. Let's finish the series the way it was supposed to be finished. With a release. Hey guys, Willford here, and welcome back to the final 10th episode of From ID to Release. Since the track is now done and ready to be submitted to a label for release, I thought it would be fitting to do a final episode on how to send your demo to your favorite labels. As many of you might know, me and a friend of mine, Kevin, we own a label called Bluebird, and we recently celebrated our first birthday, and we also released our first compilation album called Vision, so links in the description if you want to check that out. But yeah, these do's and don'ts are mainly inspired by real demo emails that we have gotten and wish to never receive again. Here are my 20 tips on how to send a demo to your favorite label. So let's go. Tip 1. Do your research. Know what type of music the label you're sending your demo to usually releases, and submit your demo if you think your style fits those standards. For instance, don't send your future bass demo to a big room label. That's just a waste of time. Tip 2. Don't openly send your submission to too many labels at once. If you have our name in the CCs together with like 100 other labels, it kind of feels like an insult. Like we weren't good enough for you to send a personal demo to or something, or what? Tip 3. Is there a submission mail? Then don't send your demo to their Skype or SoundCloud messages. Also, don't add the label owner on their personal social media and spam your demo there. It just comes across as creepy. Tip 4. Don't make me download things. Please don't attach your track as an MP3 or even worse, a WAV file to your demo mail. It's just an inconvenience to have to click, download, listen, search for the drop, then delete it. Just send a private SoundCloud link, you'll be fine. Tip 5. Don't send dead links. If you do send a private SoundCloud link, which you should, please make sure to send the right one. If you don't know what the right one is, you have to click on share on your private SoundCloud upload and then send me that link. You'd be surprised how often we get dead links. Tip 6. Have a clean SoundCloud profile. Again, when you do send a SoundCloud link, which you should, make sure your SoundCloud profile looks professional. First impressions matter a lot. Make sure you have a good banner, a good profile picture, and good cover art on your other releases. Tip 7. Don't send remixes. You don't have 100% of the ownership rights to that track, so labels can't release it. This is how it works, so please don't do this. Tip 8. Don't type out your life story. When somebody does this, I honestly just skip over the paragraph and go right to the demo, listen to the track, because unless your track is release worthy, I really don't care about your life story. Tip 9. Forbidden lines. Please pay attention to this small list of forbidden lines in your submission mail. This is my first track. I'm 14 years old. I can't wait to release with you. Am I good enough this time? I don't know if this track is good enough for you. I tried, but I don't know if it's good. I mean, it's okay if you don't like it. I can send it to another label if you want. Monstercat didn't accept me, so here I am. Thanks for your attention. Tip 10. Don't act desperate. It comes over as incredibly unprofessional when you act like this release is the only thing you've ever wanted in life, and labels hate unprofessionalism. Also, when you act desperate, it already kind of indicates that your track is probably not good enough for a release. Tip 11. Have correct grammar. Poorly worded sentences and bad grammar come over as, again, very unprofessional. If you know you don't have 100% English grammar, give an explanation as to why that is. You can mention at the beginning of your mail that you're from a non-English speaking country, and that's the reason why you don't have perfect English. Tip 12. Don't send tracks that are not finished. Why would you even do this? A label owner can't judge the quality of your track if it's not even finished yet. Hold your horses and don't send till you finished it. Which brings me to my next point. Tip 13. Don't ask for feedback in a demo mail. As I mentioned before, your track should be done at this point. Asking for feedback is just not done at this stage of your production. Step 14. Don't reply to your own mail. I don't know how this is in other labels, but for Bluebird, Kevin usually sees the demo first, he looks at it, and then I take a look at it, and then we decide together if we want to release the track or not. If you reply to your own mail, Gmail puts the little 2 next to your name, which makes it look like we've already replied to your demo email and we won't even listen to it. Tip 15. Don't send tracks that are already uploaded publicly. Usually labels like to have control over their tracks, for instance with the cover art and the release date. If you've already uploaded your track publicly to the internet, you've completely wrecked that exclusivity that labels want, and they will just ignore your demo. Tip 16. Don't mention in your email that you're a fan of my personal work. This is more of a personal pet peeve of mine, but we often get demo submissions that says something along the lines of, I'm a huge fan of Willford's work and because of that I want to release on this label. Please understand that the projects Willford and Bluebird are 2 separate projects and I treat them separately too. Mentioning that you're a fan of my work doesn't increase your chance that we will say yes to your release, but it will make me feel like an asshole if I want to decline it. So please keep those separate. Tip 17. Make the message brief but specific. Don't be too long-winded in your email, but don't leave it at, hello, this is my track, okay, bye. Find that sweet spot in the middle. Tip 18. Don't have no message. We often get emails that just contain a link, no message at all. Although it is very straight to the point, it just comes across as lazy. Just type a little bit of a message, spend a few minutes on it. Tip 19. Don't send like 3 songs at once. Although this is more like an optional point, it's quite annoying when somebody just sends their whole ID folder to us, so to speak. Keep it at a maximum of 2 and you should be good. And last but not least, my final tip, Don't be like Darby. I mean, for real, man, look at this monstrosity of a mill. Why would you even do that? Why? And then the only thing you have to do is press that send button. Now here's a few tips for when you've already sent your demo. Do not expect an answer straight away. Labels tend to have a lot of demos to go through and it might take a while for them to get to yours. The bigger the label is, the more demos you have to go through. When you do get a reply and it's a no, don't be discouraged. Keep on keeping on. Make music because you want to make music, not because you want to release at some big ass label. When you get a reply and it's a yes, congratulations! So that was my full 20 tips list. This right here is the full checklist. You can screenshot this or maybe visit the video later whenever you want to send an actual demo. And as the final episode of From ID to Release, we should have a release, right? The track we finished in this series is going to be called Release and it's going to be uploaded tomorrow on my label Bluebird, so follow us there or subscribe there. Links are in the description and on screen at the end of the video. Please be sure to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!